Contact. I need to contact my old friend. The company will contact you soon. Can you make contact with your brother? Flag. The national flag of France is blue, white, and red. She waved the American flag at the parade. The flag was torn in half during the storm. Damage. The storm caused significant damage to the city. Nan nan. Expected. I was expected to arrive on time. Nan nan. Absolutely. I absolutely love reading books. She absolutely hates spiders. They absolutely need to finish their project by Friday. Academic. The academic conference was well organized. She is an excellent academic in her field. He decided to pursue an academic career. Access. The company provides access to its employees for the company's intranet. The new software program requires special access to run efficiently. The hotel room has a private balcony with direct access to the beach. Accommodation. The hotel provided accommodation for all the conference attendees. The university offers accommodation to international students. We had to book an additional room for our family's accommodation. Account. I need to settle my account before I can leave. The company will provide an account for all employees. She has a separate account for her business expenses. Achievement. The team's achievement was winning the championship game. Her hard work was a great achievement for her. The organization is proud of their many achievements. Act. The play was a great act to end the show. She decided to act quickly and call for help. The company will act on your complaint. Ad. The ad was very effective in promoting the product. Can you give me an ad for your company? The ad agency created a brilliant campaign. Addition. The teacher taught addition to her students. Addition is an important part of mathematics. I'm struggling with the addition problems in my textbook. Admire. I admire your courage. She admires the beauty of nature. He admires his favorite football team. Admit. She admitted that she was wrong. The company will admit only 10 people to the meeting. He finally admitted that he didn't like the movie. Advanced. The company's technology is advanced. She has an advanced degree in physics. The new smartphone features advanced camera capabilities. Advise. I advise you to be careful when driving at night. The lawyer advised her to seek a second opinion. My doctor advises me to exercise regularly. Alarm. The fire alarm sounded loudly. The security alarm was triggered by accident. Don't ignore the warning alarm. Take action immediately. Afford. I cannot afford to buy that new car. She can afford to take a vacation every year. We can't afford to hire another employee right now. Aged. The aged tree stood tall in the garden. He had grown aged and wise over the years. The aged lady lived alone in her cottage. Agent. The insurance agent helped me file my claim. She was an excellent real estate agent, finding us our dream home. He worked as a secret agent for the government. Agreement. The two companies reached an agreement to cooperate. We need to come to an agreement on the terms of the contract. The government and the union signed an agreement to end the strike. Ahead. The road stretches ahead. I can see the finish line ahead. Don't worry. Help will arrive ahead of time. Aim. I aim to finish my project by tomorrow. The archer aims at the target carefully. The company aims to increase its sales next year. Alcohol. The doctor warned him about the dangers of alcohol consumption. The brewery produces a wide variety of craft beers that contain alcohol. Some people enjoy socializing over a glass of wine containing a small amount of alcohol. Alcoholic. The doctor diagnosed John as an alcoholic. She has been an alcoholic for many years. He had to quit his job because he was an alcoholic. Alternative. I'm looking for an alternative way to get there. The company offers an alternative product that is more affordable. If you can't find what you want, consider an alternative option. Amazed. I was amazed by the fireworks display. The students were amazed by the teacher's magic tricks. The new employee was amazed at how much work there was to do. Ambition. She has a strong ambition to become a successful businesswoman. His ambition is to run a marathon within the next year. The company's ambition is to expand its operations globally. Analyze. The company will analyze the market trends to make informed decisions. The scientists spent hours analyzing the data to understand the phenomenon. The manager asked her team to analyze the customer feedback before making a decision. Analysis. The company performed an analysis of its financial records to identify areas for improvement. A thorough analysis of the data revealed that most customers were satisfied with the new product. The professor's detailed analysis of the historical events helped students understand their significance. Announce. The company will announce its new product next week. The teacher will announce the winner of the essay contest tomorrow. The government will announce the election results tonight at 9 p.m. Annoy. The constant noise in my room annoys me. His habit of leaving dirty dishes annoys his roommate. The traffic jam on the highway always annoys him. Annoyed. I'm annoyed by the noise outside. He's really annoyed that he lost his phone. The traffic jam is annoying me right now. Annoying. The constant noise from the construction site is really annoying. My little brother's constant whining is so annoying to me. The slow internet connection at my office is really annoying. Apart. The friends went apart for a week to focus on their own projects. She decided to live apart from her husband due to their differences. The two buildings were designed apart, but still connected by a bridge. Apologize. She apologized for being late to the meeting. He apologized for hurting my feelings. The company apologized for the environmental damage caused by their factory. Application. I submitted my job application online. The company received many applications for the marketing position. She made sure her college application was perfect before submitting it. Appointment. I have an appointment at 2 p.m. today. Can you make an appointment for me with Dr. Smith? She missed her morning appointment due to traffic. Appreciate. I appreciate your help. She appreciates a good book. We appreciate your hard work. Approximately. The new employee started working approximately 3 weeks ago. The company plans to launch its new product approximately 6 months from now. The flight will last approximately 2 hours and 15 minutes. Arrest. The police arrested the thief who stole the purse. The suspect was arrested for assaulting a pedestrian. The detective arrested John after he confessed to the crime. Arrival. The arrival of the train was delayed by an hour. Her arrival at the party surprised everyone. We're expecting a big arrival of guests tomorrow. Assist. The nurse will assist you with your medication. Can you assist me in finding my phone? She assists her brother with his homework every evening. Atmosphere. The atmosphere at the party was lively and energetic. The dense forest created a mysterious atmosphere that made me feel uneasy. The restaurant's cozy atmosphere made us want to stay longer and enjoy our meal. Attach. I will attach my ID card to this letter. Please attach the file to your email. We need to attach the new policy document to the company's website. Attitude. She has a very positive attitude towards life. He changed his hairstyle to show off his new attitude. The company's poor attitude towards customer service is unacceptable. Attract. The beautiful garden attracts many visitors. The company's innovative products attract a lot of attention. The fragrance of freshly baked cookies will attract my friends. Attraction. The city's main attraction is its beautiful beach. The theme park was an attraction for kids and adults alike. The national park has many natural attractions, such as waterfalls and mountains. Authority. The police officer is an authority on traffic laws. He is not an authority in his field, but he's very knowledgeable. Her opinion carries little authority without a degree from a prestigious university. Aware. I am aware of the meeting today. She is aware that she made a mistake. We need to be aware of our surroundings. Backwards. I am walking backwards. The clock hands move backwards when you reset it. She learned to read and write backwards when she was a child. Bake. I like to bake cookies. She decided to bake a cake for her birthday. The aroma of freshly baked bread filled the room. Balance. I need to balance my budget. The company is trying to balance its profit and loss. Yoga helps me maintain my physical balance. Ban. I banned myself from playing video games tonight. The company bans smoking in all its offices. The government banned the use of plastic bags. Base. The company has its base in New York. The team built their base camp at an altitude of 10,000 feet. The new store is the base for our online shopping business. Basic. The basic rules of the game are easy to learn. This cake is very basic. Just a simple recipe. The new employee needs to learn the company's basic procedures. Basis. The company's financial basis is solid. Her decision was based on a firm basis of data. The design of the building was based on a modern basis. Battery. The flashlight uses a battery to work. Please replace the old battery in my phone. The remote control needs 4 batteries to function properly. Battle. The army is preparing for battle. She fought bravely in the battle of life. We must win this battle to succeed. Beauty. The sunset was a beauty to behold. Her hair was a beauty that caught everyone's attention. The flower arrangement was a beauty in its simplicity. Belief. I have a strong belief in the importance of education. Her parents had a deep belief that their children would grow up to be successful. The new employee's strange behavior didn't affect my initial belief in him. Bell. The bell rang loudly in the school hallway. She heard the bell tolling from far away. Can you ring the bell for me? Please? Bend. The wire needs to bend around the corner. Please bend down and pick up that book for me. The branch of the tree will start to bend under its weight. Drunk. The man was drunk and stumbled home. She got drunk at the party and forgot her phone. He's been drunk all night. It's not good for his health. Bite. The dog gave me a little bite. This apple is too ripe to take a good bite. Be careful not to get bitten by the mosquito. Block. The child built a block tower. The road was blocked by the construction accident. The company has to block all outside emails. Bomb. The firework exploded and became a bomb in the air. The police found an unexploded bomb on the street. The concert was interrupted by a bomb threat. Border. The farmer carefully surveyed the border of his land to make sure it was secure. The new highway stretched across the border into neighboring country. She lived right on the border between 2 cities, making her commute a breeze. Bother. I don't want to bother you tonight. It doesn't bother me if he's late. This project is starting to bother me. Branch. The tree has many branches. I climbed up the branch to pick the fruit. The company decided to open a new branch in Tokyo. Brand. The company has a strong brand identity. She loves buying products from her favorite brand. The new smartphone is a great brand for gamers. Brave. The firefighter was brave and ran into the burning building to save people. She was a brave warrior who fought against all odds to defend her kingdom. The little boy was very brave when he faced his fears and climbed the tall mountain. Breath. The child took a deep breath before going on stage. The air was stale, and I couldn't catch my breath. The yoga instructor taught us to breathe deeply and slowly. Breathe. I need to breathe deeply to relax. The doctor told me to breathe slowly. Can you help me breathe through this exercise? Breathing. I am breathing slowly. The baby is not breathing properly. Yoga helps me to breathe better. Bubble. I blew a big bubble. The kids loved playing with bubbles. The soap bubble floated away. Bury. The town will bury its dead in a special ceremony. She decided to bury her emotions deep inside. The dog buried his bone under the bush. Buy. The company will be launching its new product by next quarter. She finished her homework by dinner time. The book was written by a famous author. Calm. The baby became calm after her mother sang to her. After taking a deep breath, I felt very calm. The calm lake reflected the beautiful surrounding trees. Campaign. The company is launching a campaign to increase its brand awareness. The environmental group has started a campaign to stop deforestation in the region. The politician's re-election campaign was successful due to her strong public support. Due. The bill is due tomorrow. My friend's birthday is due in 2 weeks. I have to finish this project by Friday, which is when it's due. Candidate. The company is looking for a new candidate to fill the position. She decided to become a candidate in the upcoming election. He was the top candidate for the job, but he didn't get it. Cap. I wore a cap to protect my head from the sun. The cap fits perfectly on my brother's head. Can you please pass me that baseball cap? Captain. The captain of the ship gave orders to the crew. The captain of the soccer team was very experienced. Captain America is a superhero in Marvel Comics. Careless. She was careless and lost her phone. He's being very careless with his money. The company is facing financial problems due to its careless decisions. Category. The company has several categories of products for customers to choose from. She decided to put her hobbies into a specific category so she could prioritize them better. The book is classified in the fiction category because it's a novel. Ceiling. The ceiling of my room is very high. Can you please turn off the light on the ceiling? The new hotel has a beautiful glass ceiling. Celebration. The company is planning a celebration to mark its 10th anniversary. The students threw confetti in the air during the graduation celebration. The family is hosting a big celebration for their son's birthday. Central. The city's central square is very busy. The hotel has a central location, making it easy to get around. The company's central office is in New York. Ceremony. The company held a ceremony to launch its new product. The wedding ceremony was a beautiful and emotional experience. The university held a ceremony to award scholarships to students. Chain. The bicycle is attached to a chain. She put on her favorite necklace and went out in chain. The engine of the motorcycle was connected with a chain. Challenge. The climbing route presents a serious challenge to experienced hikers. The company is eager to take on new challenges and expand its operations globally. The game's final level was a significant challenge for many players. Channel. I'll try to find a TV channel that shows my favorite show. The storm surge forced me to change channels during the hurricane warning. Can you please change the TV channel for me? Chapter. I just finished reading the first chapter of the book. The next chapter in my life is going to be exciting. We will discuss this topic in the next chapter of class. Charge. The phone is fully charged. Can I charge my phone at your place? He refused to charge me for the mistake. Cheat. I'm going to cheat and copy my friend's homework. He likes to cheat in video games. Don't even think about cheating on the test. Cheerful. The sunny day made me feel cheerful. Her cheerful smile lit up the room. The playful kitten looked very cheerful today. Chemical. The chemical reaction was very slow. She studied chemistry in college and discovered a new chemical compound. The chemical plant emitted a strong smell of sulfur. Chest. The treasure was hidden in the chest. She rummaged through her grandmother's old trunk and found an antique chest. The knight opened the chest and found a magic sword inside. Claim. The company claims to be environmentally friendly. She's making a claim for compensation after her car was damaged in an accident. He's trying to make a claim on his inheritance, but it's not going smoothly. Click. The camera will click when you take a picture. She heard a click as she locked the door. Don't forget to click on the link to access the page. Client. The marketing team is responsible for acquiring new clients. Our company has been working with this client for over 5 years. The salesperson will contact the client to discuss the details of the proposal. Climb. I love to climb mountains. The kids climbed up the jungle gym. She decided to climb Mount Everest one day. Cloth. The cloth is soft and warm. She spread the cloth on the table. I need a new cloth for my shirt. Coal. The train was powered by coal. We will use coal to heat our home. The company mines coal from the mountain. Coin. I found a coin on the street. Can you lend me a coin? The coin fell off my table. Collection. The museum has a large collection of ancient artifacts. My favorite hobby is collecting rare stamps. She spent hours browsing through her friend's rock collection. Colored. The flowers were brightly colored. The artist used many colors in her painting. The sunset was a beautiful display of colored light. Combine. The ingredients will combine to make a delicious cake. We need to combine our efforts to finish the project on time. She decided to combine her love of art and music by starting a band. Commercial. The company released a commercial announcing its new product. The airport has several commercial airlines operating from it. The TV channel aired a commercial break during the sports game. Commit. I commit to finishing this project by tomorrow. She commits to running 10 miles every day for the next month. The company committed to reducing its carbon footprint by 50%. Communication. Effective communication is key to resolving conflicts. The company values open and honest communication among employees. Good communication skills are essential for a successful team. Comparison. The company's marketing strategy relies heavily on comparison to its competitors. The new smartphone features a significant comparison in battery life to previous models. The teacher encouraged the students to make a comparison between the two stories they read that day. Competitive. The company is very competitive in the market. She's very competitive when it comes to sports. The students are very competitive when it comes to academics. Complaint. The customer filed a complaint about the faulty product. The company responded quickly to the customer's complaint. The hotel apologized for the noise disturbance that caused our complaint. Complex. The social network's algorithm is complex and difficult to understand. The city's transportation system is complex, involving multiple modes of travel. Her personality is complex, with both bold and introverted traits. Concentrate. Please try to concentrate on your work. The students were asked to concentrate on their homework. Can you please concentrate and answer my question? Conclude. The scientists spent years studying the data and finally conclude that the new medicine is effective. After reviewing all the options, we decide to conclude a deal with Company X. The jury will conclude their investigation and announce the verdict tomorrow. Conclusion. After conducting the experiment, we drew a conclusion that the new method is more effective. The report will present our findings and lead to a clear conclusion about the project's success. The detective studied all the evidence and reached a conclusion. The suspect was guilty. Confident. She is confident in her abilities. He spoke confidently about his plans. The new employee was very confident on his first day. Confirm. Can you confirm that I will be receiving my package tomorrow? The company confirmed that it will be attending the conference. Please confirm your attendance by Friday at the latest. Confuse. The complex instructions were likely to confuse the students. Her words confused me, and I didn't understand what she meant. The company's confusing product lineup was driving customers away. Confused. I felt confused when I walked into my new classroom. The plot of the movie was so confusing that I couldn't follow it. After the breakup, she felt confused and didn't know what to do. Connection. The internet connection is slow today. We need to establish a connection with our customers. The new employee has made a good connection with his colleagues. Consequence. If you don't study hard, you will not pass the exam, and that will be a consequence. The company's financial troubles were a direct consequence of the economic downturn. His reckless behavior had severe consequences, including getting fired from his job. Layer. The cake has multiple layers of moist and fluffy sponge. The company added a new layer of security to their website. The artist used different layers of paint to create a textured effect. The company's product portfolio consists of several software applications. The recipe consists of flour, sugar, and eggs. The new policy consists of 3 main points. Consumer. The consumer is responsible for reading and understanding the terms of sale before making a purchase. Online shopping has made it easier for consumers to access a wider range of products. In a competitive market, businesses must cater to the changing needs and preferences of consumers. Container. I'm looking for a container to store my books. The company uses containers to ship goods internationally. Can you help me find a container that fits this size? Continuous. The company has been providing continuous support to its customers for many years. The continuous flow of water from the faucet made a mess in the kitchen. The artist's continuous effort to improve his skills led to significant success. Contrast. The bright sunlight in the garden contrasted sharply with the dark shadows inside the house. The calm and peaceful atmosphere of the forest contrasted greatly with the noise and chaos of the city. The simplicity of the traditional Japanese tea ceremony contrasted strikingly with the complexity of modern technology. Contrast. The bright sunlight in the garden contrasted sharply with the dark shadows inside the house. The calm and peaceful atmosphere of the forest contrasted greatly with the noise and chaos of the city. The simplicity of the traditional Japanese tea ceremony contrasted strikingly with the complexity of modern technology. Convenient. The hotel's location was very convenient for exploring the city. Having a kitchen in my apartment is very convenient when I want to cook. The store's online ordering system is very convenient for busy customers. Convince. I tried to convince my friend to come to the party tonight. The salesperson tried to convince me that the product was worth the money. She struggled to convince her parents to let her get a tattoo. Cottage. The family lived in a small cottage at the edge of the forest. The cottage was surrounded by beautiful gardens and a babbling brook. We rented a cozy cottage by the lake for our summer vacation. Cotton. I love wearing cotton shirts. The fabric of the dress is made of pure cotton. Cotton is a natural and breathable material. Count. I need to count the money. You can count on me for help. She started to count the votes. Countryside. The countryside around here is very beautiful. I love walking in the countryside on Sundays. The countryside is much quieter than the city. Court. The judge presided over the court. The tennis court was covered in dew. The king held a royal court every week. Cover. The newspaper cover was stained with ink. She put a towel to cover her hair after showering. The company will cover the costs of the trip. Covered. The table was covered with a white cloth. The park was covered in snow last night. The book cover was damaged, but the pages were still well covered. Cream. I love to put cream on my coffee. The store sells vanilla and chocolate creams. She added a dollop of whipped cream to her dessert. Criminal. The police arrested a criminal who was stealing from the store. The criminal was caught red-handed while trying to break into a house. The judge sentenced the criminal to life in prison for committing multiple murders. Cruel. The bully was cruel to the kids at school. The dictator's regime was known for its cruel punishments. The movie featured a cruel and heartless villain. Cultural. The company's cultural diversity is one of its greatest strengths. The museum hosts many cultural events throughout the year. Understanding cultural differences is essential for effective communication. Current. The current in the river is strong. The company's current project is almost finished. The current temperature outside is 25 degrees Celsius. Currently. I am currently studying English. She is currently working as a teacher. The company is currently expanding its market. Curtain. The curtain opened to reveal a beautiful stage. She drew the curtain and went to sleep. The curtains were dusty and needed to be cleaned. Custom. The company offers custom phone cases to fit every customer's style. She designed her own custom wedding dress for the big day. The restaurant allows customers to place custom orders according to their preferences. Cut. I need to cut my hair. She accidentally cut her finger while cooking. The scissors are too dull to cut the rope effectively. Deal. I think we can make a deal. The company offered me a great deal on the software. Let's try to make a deal before the meeting. Decade. The company has grown significantly over the past decade. It took me a whole decade to learn how to play the guitar. The new restaurant has been popular for 3 decades now. Decorate. I will decorate my room for the party. She loves to decorate her house with flowers and paintings. The interior designer will decorate the lobby of the hotel tomorrow. Define. The teacher asked us to define what we mean by freedom. It's hard to define exactly when a baby becomes an adult. The company needs to define its target audience for the new product. Definite. The plans for the party were definite. By next year, we will have a definite answer to our question. The company has a definite policy on employee benefits. Definition. The definition of freedom is the ability to make choices. A clear definition of the task was necessary for its completion. The dictionary provided a detailed definition of the word sustainability. Deliver. The pizza delivery guy arrived at my door. Can you deliver this package to my neighbor? The new shipment will be delivered tomorrow morning. Departure. The departure of the plane was delayed due to bad weather. She was excited about her departure from New York City. The hotel offered a free shuttle service for guests departing at night. Despite. She finished her homework despite feeling tired. He still went to the party despite not knowing anyone there. The company continued to grow despite economic challenges. Determine. The company will determine its future plans based on market research. The weather forecast will help us determine if we need to bring umbrellas. The teacher asked students to determine which books they wanted to read for their project. Determined. She was determined to finish her project by the end of the week. He's determined to run a marathon next year if he trains well. The team was determined to win the championship game. Development. The company is investing heavily in its development department. The government has been providing funds for the development of infrastructure projects. The new policy aims to accelerate the development of renewable energy sources. Diagram. The teacher used a diagram to explain the complex process. The engineer created a detailed diagram of the new building. The student studied the diagram carefully to understand the concept. Diamond. The diamond necklace was very expensive. She found a small diamond in her shoe. The store sells high-quality diamonds only. Difficulty. Many students have difficulty learning foreign languages. The company is experiencing difficulty in meeting its deadlines. The teacher tried to explain the concept clearly, but many students had difficulty understanding it. Directly. I will meet you directly at the airport. The company ships its products directly to customers. You can reach me directly by phone or email. Dirt. The garden was full of dirt. I accidentally got some dirt on my clothes. She cleaned the dirty dishes with soap and water. Disadvantage. The disadvantage of being late is missing important information. The lack of experience was a significant disadvantage in the job interview. The weather conditions were a disadvantage for our team in the match. Disappointed. I was disappointed by the weather yesterday. She looked disappointed when she didn't get the job. He felt disappointed after losing his favorite book. Disappointing. The concert was disappointing. Her first impression of the new job was very disappointing. The movie's special effects were surprisingly disappointing. Discount. The store is offering a discount on all winter clothes. I'll get a discount if I buy 2 books at once. The hotel is giving a 10% discount to its regular customers. Dislike. I dislike spicy food. He dislikes waking up early. She dislikes going to crowded places. Drum. The drummer began to play the drum. Can you hear the sound of the drum? She loves to dance to the beat of the drum. Doubt. I doubt that he will attend the meeting. She began to doubt her own abilities. The new employee had begun to doubt his decision to take the job. Dressed. She was dressed in her best clothes for the party. He's always dressed to impress at work. The princess was dressed in a beautiful fairy costume. Drop. The rain will drop tomorrow. Can you drop me off at the station? Don't drop your phone in the water. Dust. The old book was covered in dust. She forgot to clean the dusty shelf. The construction site was filled with dust and debris. Duty. It is my duty to help others in need. She feels a sense of duty towards her family. He abandoned his duty to pursue his personal interests. Eastern. The eastern part of the country is very mountainous. The eastern city has a beautiful beach. The company's eastern branch is experiencing financial difficulties. Economic. The government's economic policies aim to reduce unemployment. The company is facing significant economic challenges this year. The country's economic growth has been slow in recent years. Economy. The economy of Japan is strong. The government has implemented measures to stimulate the economy. A recession in the economy can have negative effects on businesses. Edge. The climber had to find the edge of the cliff before he could continue. The company's competitive edge was its innovative approach to marketing. Skateboarders need a lot of practice to master the edge of a halfpipe. Editor. The editor of the newspaper is very strict. She is an editor at a publishing company. The editor asked me to rewrite the article. Educate. The teacher is working to educate children about environmental issues. The company educates its employees on new technologies and innovations. The museum aims to educate people about the history of art. Educated. She is an educated person who has traveled to many countries. The professor was well educated and had a PhD in physics. He became educated after graduating from college and got a good job. Effective. The new marketing strategy was very effective in increasing sales. The doctor's treatment was highly effective in curing the patient's illness. The new employee's training was effective in improving their skills. Effectively. The teacher taught the lesson effectively. And all students understood it. The new software was designed to work effectively on older computers. The team worked effectively together to complete the project on time. Effort. She made great effort to finish her homework. The team's efforts paid off when they won the championship. It takes a lot of effort to learn a new language. Election. The town will hold an election to choose its new mayor. The candidate won the election by a landslide margin. The election results will be announced next week. Element. The new employee was surprised to find that teamwork was an essential element in the company's culture. Water is a crucial element for human survival. The teacher emphasized that creativity was an essential element in solving the math problem. Embarrassed. I felt embarrassed when I tripped in front of everyone. She was embarrassed by her poor performance on stage. He became embarrassed when he realized he had forgotten his wife's birthday. Embarrassing. I tripped on the sidewalk and fell. Which was really embarrassing. The new employee's clumsy mistakes were very embarrassing for him. I forgot to wear my tie and now I'm feeling quite embarrassed. Emergency. The doctor declared an emergency and rushed her to the hospital. In case of an emergency, please call this number immediately. We had to respond quickly in an emergency like that. Emotion. The movie evoked strong emotions in the audience. Her face reflected the emotion she was feeling. The poem expressed a deep emotion of sadness. Employment. The company offers flexible employment opportunities to attract talented employees. The lack of employment opportunities in the city led to a high unemployment rate. After graduating, she started searching for full-time employment to secure her future. Encourage. The teacher likes to encourage her students to participate in class discussions. Her parents encouraged her to pursue her passion for music. The company's CEO likes to encourage team-building activities among employees. Enemy. The enemy is hiding in the cave. We must defeat our enemy to win the war. My greatest enemy is my own laziness. Engaged. The couple is engaged to be married next year. She felt engaged and motivated when working on her favorite project. He got engaged in a heated debate with his opponent at the conference. Engineering. The company invested heavily in engineering research and development. She is a talented engineering student at our university. The new bridge was designed and built through advanced engineering techniques. Entertain. The magician entertained the audience with his tricks. The restaurant will entertain your kids with a clown show. The singer is here to entertain us tonight. Entertainment. The movie was a great source of entertainment for everyone. The concert was an excellent form of entertainment for me. The amusement park offers various forms of entertainment for kids. Entry. The company's entry into the market was highly successful. Her poetry was the entry point for many students to learn about literature. The contest required an online entry form to be filled out by each participant. Environmental. The company is committed to creating an environmental-friendly product. Environmental concerns have led to a reduction in plastic use. The government has established an environmental agency to monitor pollution. Equal. The two teams are equal in skill. The sisters are equal in inheritance. The country's population is equal to the number of voters. Equally. The students were equally prepared for the exam. She and her sister equally shared the inheritance. The team members work equally hard to achieve their goal. Escape. I want to escape this crowded city. The prisoner tried to escape from jail. We need to escape the storm before it gets worse. Essential. The first aid kit is essential for any outdoor adventure. A good night's sleep is essential to feeling refreshed in the morning. A map is essential for finding your way around a new city. Eventually. The package will be delivered to your doorstep eventually. She learned to play the guitar eventually. After years of practice, the company will expand into new markets eventually. Examine. The doctor asked me to examine my wound carefully. The teacher wants us to examine the evidence before drawing conclusions. The detective was determined to examine every detail of the crime scene. Except. I like all the books except this one. The company will provide lunch and dinner. Except breakfast, she only eats vegetables and fruits. Except for occasional cookies. Exchange. I would like to exchange this shirt for a larger size. The currency can be exchanged at the airport. We will exchange contact information after the meeting. Excitement. The crowd felt great excitement when the concert started. She couldn't contain her excitement as she was about to receive the award. The anticipation and excitement built up all day before the game. Exhibition. The art exhibition was very popular. Can we visit the science exhibition tomorrow? The company will host an annual exhibition to showcase its new products. Expand. The company plans to expand its operations into Asia. The government is working to expand access to education for all children. The new policy aims to expand healthcare services to rural areas. Experienced. The doctor is experienced in treating patients with diabetes. She is an experienced traveler and has visited many countries. He is an experienced programmer and can solve complex problems quickly. Explode. The firework will explode in the sky tonight. If you don't turn off the stove, the gas will explode. The bomb exploded loudly in the city square. Explore. I love to explore new places. The astronauts will explore Mars in 2025. Can we explore the jungle together? Explosion. The firework caused an explosion in the sky. The bomb exploded loudly in the city square. The pressure cooker suddenly had an explosion due to excess steam. Export. The country exports a significant amount of oil to other countries every year. The company has been exporting its products to Europe for many years. The new factory will start exporting cars within the next 6 months. Export. The country exports a significant amount of oil to other countries every year. The company has been exporting its products to Europe for many years. The new factory will start exporting cars within the next 6 months. Fairly. The weather was fairly warm yesterday. She's fairly good at playing the piano. The new policy is fairly strict. I think. Familiar. The smell of freshly baked cookies is familiar to me. I'm familiar with the new employee's work style. The city's skyline looked familiar despite being a different country. Fancy. I fancy coffee in the morning. She has a fancy car. He is going to fancy dinner tonight. Far. The sun is far from the earth. I can see my home from far away. He lives far from his family. Fashionable. The new restaurant is very fashionable. She likes to wear fashionable clothes. The city's most fashionable street is Main Street. Fasten. I need to fasten my shoelaces before going out. Can you help me fasten this strap? The storm requires us to fasten the windows securely. Favor. I will do you a favor by helping you move today. Can I ask for a favor and borrow some money from you? She asked me to give her a favor and buy some milk from the store. Fence. The farmer built a fence around his farm. The dog is hiding behind the fence. The neighborhood kids like to play on the fence. Fighting. The two armies were fighting each other in the battlefield. The police officer was fighting to save the child from the fire. The boxer was fighting hard to win the match against his opponent. File. I need to file my taxes by Friday. The office has a special file for confidential documents. Can you help me file these papers in alphabetical order? Financial. The company's financial performance was impressive. She is an expert in financial planning and management. The government has announced a new financial aid package. Fixed. The plumber fixed the leaky faucet. The doctor fixed the broken arm. The mechanic fixed the car's engine. Flood. The heavy rainfall caused a flood in the city. The farmers had to evacuate their homes because of the flood. The authorities warned people not to go near the flooded area. Flour. I need to buy some flour for baking. The recipe requires 2 cups of all-purpose flour. She carefully measured out 3/4 of a cup of flour. Flow. The water flows smoothly down the hill. The traffic starts to flow as the road clears up. Her yoga pose allows her body to flow freely. Force. The force of the wind was very strong. She used all her force to lift the heavy box. The team had to use their mental force to overcome the opponent's tactics. Forever. I will love you forever. This is our home forever. She will remember this moment forever. Frame. The photo is in a beautiful frame. She placed her favorite painting in a fancy frame. The company wants to add a new frame to their logo. Freeze. The water in the pond will freeze tonight. Please don't touch that, or it will freeze. The company's plans to expand will have to freeze until further notice. Frequently. I frequently visit my parents. She frequently goes to the gym. The company frequently hosts seminars. Friendship. Friendship is a beautiful thing. We have been friends for many years through thick and thin. Because of our strong friendship, the most precious gift we can receive is the gift of true friendship. Frighten. The big dog might frighten the small child. The dark room tends to frighten most people. The loud noise frightens me every time. Frightened. The little girl was frightened by the loud noise. He was frightened to take a ride on that roller coaster. I felt frightened when I saw the huge spider crawling on my arm. Frightening. The old abandoned house was frightening. The movie's special effects were frightening and realistic. I found the dark forest to be frightening all alone at night. Frozen. The pond was frozen in the winter. She put the pizza in the freezer to keep it fresh. The waterfall was frozen into a beautiful icicle. Fry. I like to fry an egg in the morning. The chef decided to fry the chicken before serving it. You can fry potatoes in a little bit of oil to make them crispy. Fuel. The car needs fuel to run. The plane uses fuel to take off. The generator requires fuel to produce electricity. Function. The calculator's function is to perform mathematical calculations. The function of the manager is to make important decisions. Can you explain the function of this machine? Fur. The cat has thick fur. The rabbit's soft fur felt nice to touch. The dog's long fur got tangled in the bushes. Garage. The car is parked in the garage. My garage needs to be cleaned. There's a bike in my neighbor's garage. Gather. The family will gather at my place tonight. The students will gather in the auditorium by 3 p.m. We'll gather all our belongings and move out tomorrow. Generally. People generally prefer to stay at home during bad weather. The company generally responds to customer inquiries within 24 hours. Students generally do their homework in the evening. Generation. The current generation is more tech-savvy than previous ones. The new smartphone is designed for the next generation of users. The company has been around for several generations and still thrives. Generous. She was very generous and donated a lot of money to charity. The company is known for being generous when it comes to bonuses. He was a generous host and made sure everyone had enough food and drink. Gentle. The doctor was very gentle when she examined my baby. She spoke in a gentle voice, which calmed everyone down. The water was so gentle that it didn't even splash when I got in. Gentleman. The gentleman offered his seat to an elderly lady. He is a true gentleman and always opens doors for others. The gentleman's smile was warm and inviting. Giant. The giant stood tall in the village square. The giant's roar echoed through the forest. The children were amazed by the giant's strength. Glad. I'm glad it's Friday. She was glad to receive the gift. We're glad we decided to go to the beach yesterday. Global. The company has a global presence in many countries. The effects of climate change are now a global concern. The global economy is facing a major crisis. Glove. The athlete wore a pair of gloves to protect her hands. She struggled to put on her glove because it was too tight. The mechanic used a pair of gloves to handle the hot engine. Go. I will go to the store. The car goes very fast. You should go home now. Goods. The company shipped all its goods to Europe. The store sells a wide range of goods, including electronics and clothing. The customs officer inspected the goods carefully to ensure they were not counterfeit. Grade. The teacher gave the student a high grade. She worked hard to get an A grade in her math test. The company will promote him to a higher grade if he meets the requirements. Grain. The farmer planted wheat grain in the fertile soil. The bread was made from whole grain flour. The texture of the sandpaper was very fine, like grain of rice. Grateful. I am grateful for your help. She is grateful to her parents for supporting her studies. We are grateful for the opportunity to work together. Growth. The company is experiencing steady growth. The seedling needs proper care for healthy growth. The new policy aims to promote sustainable growth. Guard. The museum guard carefully checked my bag before letting me in. The prison guard was strict and didn't tolerate any disobedience. The security guard was very friendly and helped me find my lost keys. Guilty. The thief looked guilty as he was caught by the police. After breaking the vase, Emily felt guilty and apologized to her mother. The defendant seemed guilty as he was questioned by the judge. Hang. The painting will hang on the wall. The wind is going to make this kite hang low. She loves to hang out at the beach. Happiness. The smell of freshly baked cookies brings happiness to everyone. She found her happiness in volunteering at the local animal shelter. He felt an overwhelming sense of happiness when he proposed to his girlfriend. Hardly. I hardly recognize my friend from his childhood photos. She hardly ever goes to the movies anymore. The new employee hardly knows how to use the computer. Hate. I hate broccoli. She hates spiders. He hates waking up early. Heating. The heating system in my apartment is old. The hotel room had a central heating system. I turned off the heating in the living room. Heavily. The rain poured heavily down the streets. The company was heavily invested in the project. The mountain road was heavily trafficked on weekends. Royal. The royal family visited the city last week. The palace was designed in a royal style. The Queen is a member of the royal court. Highlight. The speaker highlighted the most important points in her presentation. She highlighted her experience as a marketing manager on her resume. The tour guide highlighted the unique features of the ancient city. Highly. The company is highly regarded in the industry. She is highly skilled in playing the piano. The new restaurant is highly recommended by friends. Historical. The ancient city is considered a historical landmark. The museum has a vast collection of historical artifacts. The book provides a detailed history of the country's historical development. Honest. The company is honest about its pricing policy. She's an honest person, always telling the truth. He was an honest trader and never cheated his customers. Horror. The horror movie was too scary for me to watch. The old mansion had a reputation for being haunted with horror stories. The detective solved the mystery with no signs of horror or violence. Host. The company will host a party tonight. Our family is hosting a dinner for friends. The hotel has hosted many famous celebrities. Hurry, hurry. We're going to be late for the movie. Can you hurry and finish your homework? I'll hurry back as soon as I can. Identity. The concept of identity is complex and multifaceted. In today's digital age, our online identities are often scrutinized. Understanding one's identity is crucial for self-acceptance and personal growth. Ignore. I will ignore your advice. She ignored his warnings and went to the party anyway. You should ignore the noise and focus on your work. Illegal. The sale of illegal drugs is punishable by law. It's illegal to park your car on this street. The company was fined for making illegal copies of software. Imaginary. The fantasy world she created was imaginary. My childhood friend's superhero alter ego is purely imaginary. I used to imagine that my imaginary friends could talk. Immediate. The doctor needs to perform an immediate operation. We need to take immediate action to prevent the fire from spreading. The company offers immediate payment for all invoices over $1,000. Impact. The company's decision will have a significant impact on the economy. The accident had a major impact on the family, especially the children. The new policy is expected to have a positive impact on the company's productivity. Import. The company imports goods from other countries to sell in its stores. The country has a high rate of import because it relies heavily on foreign products. The new car model will be imported from Japan to meet the growing demand in our market. Import. The company imports goods from other countries to sell in its stores. The country has a high rate of import because it relies heavily on foreign products. The new car model will be imported from Japan to meet the growing demand in our market. Importance. The company places great importance on customer satisfaction. Her success is due to the importance she attaches to hard work. The conservation of nature takes on great importance in this era. Impression. The beautiful sunset left a deep impression on me. The smell of freshly baked cookies gave me a warm impression. Her words had made a lasting impression on the audience. Impressive. The fireworks display was impressive. Her latest novel is quite impressive. The new smartphone is really impressive. Improvement. The new manager brought about a significant improvement in productivity. The company invested heavily in research and development to achieve an improvement in product quality. The teacher provided individualized instruction to help students show an improvement in their math skills. Indeed, the sun is shining indeed. It's very cold in winter indeed. She is a great singer indeed. Intelligence. The government is investing in intelligence gathering to prevent terrorist attacks. The company values intelligence and creativity when hiring new employees. The article discussed the importance of artificial intelligence in modern society. Indicate. The warning sign indicates the location of the nearest exit. Her symptoms indicate that she is suffering from a serious illness. The results indicate a significant improvement in the company's financial situation. Indirect. The company received an indirect offer from the investor. The teacher's words were an indirect criticism of the student's work. The new policy has had an indirect impact on our sales figures. Indoor. The living room is an indoor space. The exhibition was held indoors due to bad weather. Indoor plants require less maintenance than outdoor ones. Indoors. I like to play games indoors. The living room is always tidy when we're indoors. We need to take a break and go outdoors after being indoors for so long. Influence. The weather forecast has a significant influence on people's daily plans. The company's CEO has been trying to influence public opinion about the new product. Her mother's wise words have had a profound influence on her daughter's life choices. Ingredient. The recipe calls for flour as an ingredient. This cake requires 2 main ingredients: sugar and eggs. Fresh parsley is a key ingredient in this soup recipe. Knock. I heard a knock at the door. The door creaked as someone gave it a gentle knock. If you hear a strange knock, don't open the door. Injure. The athlete's knee was injured during the game. The careless driver accidentally injured several people at the intersection. The doctor examined the patient carefully to determine if he had been truly injured or not. Injured. The hiker got injured while climbing the mountain. The accident left many people injured at the scene. He was hospitalized immediately after being injured in the fire. Innocent. The child was innocent of any wrongdoing. She was an innocent bystander in the whole drama. He claimed to be innocent, but there was evidence against him. Keen. I'm keen to learn how to play the guitar. She's very keen on reading books. He's keen to start his own business. Intend. I intend to finish my homework tonight. She intends to go to Paris next year. They intend to start their own business soon. Intention. The company has no intention of leaving the market. Her intention was to surprise her friend on his birthday. The teacher warned the student against any intention to cheat. I invest my money in stocks. The company is investing heavily in research and development. You should invest your time wisely to achieve your goals. Investigate. The detective was tasked to investigate the mysterious crime. The team will investigate the cause of the software bug. She decided to investigate her family's history and ancestry. Involved. The company was involved in several environmental projects last year. Her involvement in the project led to significant improvements. He got involved in a heated argument with his neighbor over a parking spot. Iron. I need to iron my shirt. The iron is very hot. Can you pass me the iron? Issue. The company has an issue with the quality of the products. She raised an important issue during the meeting. The team is trying to resolve the technical issue. Judge. The judge reviewed the case carefully. She was appointed as a judge in 2010. The judge declared the defendant not guilty. Keyboard. I'm typing on my old keyboard. The keyboard is quite heavy. Please don't spill coffee on the keyboard. Kick. I love to kick around a ball on weekends. She likes to kick off her shoes after work. The dog loves to kick its favorite toy. Killing. The movie was so good. It was killing me to stop watching. He's been working non-stop for hours. He's almost killing himself. The new policy is going to be killing for small businesses. Kind. The old man was very kind to the children. She is always kind to her friends. The teacher asked us to be kind to our classmates. Kiss. She gave him a kiss goodbye. The children loved to get kisses from grandma. He didn't want to give her another kiss. Label. The company uses different labels to identify its products. She likes to read the label on food packaging before buying it. The store is having a sale on all clothing with a specific label. Laboratory. The scientist worked in a laboratory all day. We will conduct experiments in the laboratory tomorrow. The new equipment was installed in the laboratory yesterday. Lack. The company lacks skilled workers. She lacks confidence in public speaking. The country lacks natural resources. Latest. I just bought the latest smartphone. The latest news is that they will be arriving tomorrow. This is my favorite song from the latest album. Lay. I will lay down for a nap. Please lay the book on the table. The baby decided to lay in her stroller instead of walking. Leaf. The leaf fell from the tree. The tree has many leaves. I blew the leaf away. Leather. I bought a leather belt yesterday. The couch is covered in soft leather. She made a beautiful leather handbag. Legal. The lawyer made sure that all the documents were legal. The company's business practices are now completely legal. It is not illegal to own a gun in some countries, but it may be legal in others. Length. The length of the road was impressive. Can you please measure the length of this table? The length of my hair is too long now. Level. The level of difficulty in this math problem is high. She set her fitness tracker to a higher level today. The house was built on a flat level piece of land. Like. I like playing soccer. She likes eating ice cream. They like listening to music. Limit. The company sets a limit of $500 for employee expenses. She has to set a limit on her daily spending or she'll go broke. The new policy limits the number of employees who can attend the meeting. Lip. The baby's lip was sore from sucking her thumb. She applied a small amount of lip balm to soothe her dry lips. The clown's bright red lip color matched his costume perfectly. Liquid. The liquid in the bottle was clear. She poured the liquid into the cup. The fire department used a special liquid to put out the fire. Literature. Literature is an important part of a child's education. The author's latest novel is considered a masterpiece in literature. I'm reading a lot of literature to improve my vocabulary. Living. The city is living proof that urban development can be successful. The museum is home to many living species of plants and animals. This book is my way of sharing my thoughts on what it means to be truly living. Locate. I will try to locate my phone in the morning. The hotel staff helped me to locate a nearby restaurant. Can you help me locate this specific book on the shelf? Located. The library is located near the city center. The park is located on the west side of town. My office is located on the second floor. Location. The meeting will take place at a location near the city center. Can you give me the exact location of your hotel? The new restaurant is located on the corner of Main and Elm Streets. Lonely. The old man was lonely at night. She felt very lonely after her parents died. The child was playing alone because he was feeling lonely. Loss. The company suffered a great loss due to the economic downturn. The team experienced a significant loss when their star player left. We mourned the loss of our beloved pet. Max. Mad. The dog got mad when it saw the mailman. She's mad at her brother for taking her toys without asking. The football player was mad that he didn't score a goal. Magic. The magician performed magic tricks at the birthday party. She believed in the magic of love and friendship. The movie was a fantasy about magic and adventure. Mainly. The company's revenue is mainly generated from sales of their flagship product. She is mainly interested in reading novels and watching movies. The city's economy is mainly driven by the manufacturing industry. Mall. I went to the mall yesterday. The food court in the mall has many options. My friend's favorite store is located at the mall. Management. The company's management team is responsible for making important decisions. Good management skills are essential for a successful project. The new manager is learning the ins and outs of the company's management structure. Marketing. The company is launching a new marketing campaign to promote its product. The goal of our marketing strategy is to increase brand awareness and sales. The company hired a new marketing manager to lead the team. Marriage. Marriage is a lifelong commitment. The couple got married last year. Love is essential for a happy marriage. Meanwhile, I was thinking about my plans for the future. The cat was sleeping on the couch, meanwhile the dog was playing outside. She was studying for her exam, meanwhile her friends were having fun at the party. Measure. The recipe asks you to measure out 2 cups of flour. Can you please measure this room to see how big it is? I need to measure my blood pressure regularly to stay healthy. Medium. The medium was able to communicate with spirits. The artist worked in a variety of mediums, including paint and sculpture. She used a medium to connect her phone to the internet. Mental. The mental math is hard for me. I need to take care of my mental health. He's really good at mental sports like chess. Mention. I would like to mention that you did a great job. The teacher asked me to mention my favorite subject in class. It's not necessary to mention your name on the application form. Mess. The kitchen is a mess. She made a mess of the project. Don't make a mess on my new carpet. Mild. The weather was mild today. He had a mild headache yesterday. She prefers a mild flavor in her coffee. Mine. The treasure is mine. This book is mine. That toy is mine too. Mix. I love to mix and match my clothes. The recipe calls for you to mix 2 cups of flour with 1 cup of sugar. She added a little water to the mixture and started to mix it again. Mixture. The chef added a mixture of spices to the soup. The artist used a mixture of paint and glitter on her canvas. The farmer mixed a special mixture of soil and fertilizer for his plants. Outdoor. The park is a great place to spend time outdoor. She loves to go hiking in the beautiful outdoor scenery. The outdoor furniture needs to be covered during winter. Mood. The weather changed my mood from happy to sad. Her mood was melancholy, so she stayed in bed all day. A good cup of coffee always improves my morning mood. Move. I will move to Paris next year. The car won't move without gas. Let's move to the living room and watch TV. Mud. The farmer's boots were covered in mud. The children loved playing in the muddy puddles. The hike was challenging because it involved walking through thick mud. Murder. The detective was called to the scene of the murder. The murderer was caught by the police after a long investigation. The crime was committed on New Year's Eve, and it was considered a murder. Muscle. The athlete flexed his muscle to intimidate his opponent. She worked out at the gym to build her bicep muscle. The weightlifter strained a muscle while lifting heavy weights. Mystery. The detective had to solve a great mystery. The author wrote a book about an unsolved mystery. She loved solving puzzles and unraveling mysteries. Nail. I need to nail down this loose board. She nailed the audition with her impressive singing. He hammered in the nail with his hammer. Nation. The United States is a nation of immigrants. Japan is a highly advanced nation in technology. France is a nation with a rich cultural heritage. Naturally. The flowers naturally bloomed in the warm sunlight. She naturally had a talent for playing the piano. His natural ability to communicate made him a great leader naturally. Necessarily. The company will necessarily increase its production to meet the growing demand. She cannot travel to Europe necessarily, as her passport is still under process. In order to solve this problem, we necessarily need to work together. Needle. The doctor used a needle to give me an injection. I had to thread the needle to sew this shirt. The sewing kit included a few needles and some thread. Neighborhood. The new restaurant is located in my neighborhood. The community center hosts various events for the neighborhood kids. I'm planning to organize a block party with my neighboring families. Neither. I don't like coffee. Neither does my brother. She didn't attend the meeting. Neither did her colleagues. This cake is delicious. Neither is the one next to it. Nor. I like coffee nor tea. She won't go to the party nor will he. The company does not produce cars nor trucks. Northern. The northern lights were visible in the night sky. Northern Canada is known for its vast forests and mountains. The northern part of the city has a very different atmosphere from the rest. Nuclear. The nuclear power plant is located near my hometown. The scientists are researching the effects of nuclear radiation on living organisms. The country has signed a treaty to ban nuclear weapons. Obvious. The answer was obvious once you looked at the equation. It's obvious that she's not happy about the situation. The solution to the problem is obvious to anyone who thinks about it. Obviously. The sky is obviously blue. She's obviously not paying attention. It's obviously a beautiful day outside. Occasion. The company will throw an occasion to celebrate its 10th anniversary. She spent a lot of money on a dress for the special occasion. The cake is always served at family occasions like birthdays and weddings. Occur. The accident occurred at exactly 9 a.m. Many problems occur when we don't plan ahead. It's possible for mistakes to occur even with careful planning. Odd. The number of people at the party was odd. She found an odd shell on the beach. His answer to the question was quite odd. Official. The official in charge of the event gave a speech to the audience. She was an official representative of the company at the trade show. The official results showed that Team A had won the competition. Old-fashioned. The antique clock is old-fashioned. My grandmother's cooking is old-fashioned. But I love it. The hotel room was decorated in an old-fashioned style. Operation. The doctor explained the operation to the patient. The company needs to reorganize its operation to increase efficiency. The new software was an operation that took several hours to complete. Organized. The company is organized to ensure efficient production. She kept her desk organized by prioritizing tasks. The new employee was well organized and got the job done quickly. Originally. The company was originally founded in 1990. The painting was originally created by Leonardo da Vinci. The recipe was originally from a small village in Italy. Ours. The book is ours. We will share our toys with ours. This house belongs to ours. Outdoors. I love spending time outdoors. The park is a great place to go outdoors. We went hiking in the mountains and enjoyed the beautiful outdoors. Pack. I'm going to pack my bag for the trip. The company will pack the goods in cartons. Please pack your things away neatly. Package. The company offers a package deal that includes all the necessary software. The online store shipped my package yesterday afternoon. This package contains instructions and a warranty card. Painful. The root canal was a painful experience. He struggled to speak after the painful accident. Her ankle was still painful from the sprain. Pale. The ghostly figure in the old mansion looked pale. She had a pale complexion due to her illness. The moon was pale and hung low in the sky. Particularly. I am particularly interested in learning about history. The new restaurant is particularly popular among foodies. The teacher is particularly kind to her students. Pass. The student passed the exam. Can you pass me that book? The car will pass through the tunnel. Path. The path was covered in leaves. Can you follow this path to find the house? We will take a shortcut along the path to save time. Payment. The company requires a payment of $500 to start the project. Can I make the payment online or do I need to mail it? The store offers a discount for customers who pay in full upfront without requiring a payment plan. Peaceful. The lake was peaceful in the morning. She found a peaceful place to read her book. The forest was very peaceful at night. Perfectly. The cake was baked perfectly. She sings perfectly in tune. The instructions were written perfectly. Performance. The concert was a great performance that impressed everyone. The company's poor performance led to its bankruptcy. The actor's excellent performance earned him an Oscar award. Personally, I personally prefer to read books than watch movies. She personally believes that honesty is the best policy. He personally thinks that the restaurant serves the best pizza in town. Persuade. The salesperson tried to persuade me to buy the car. My friend's persuasive argument convinced me to attend the concert. The lawyer worked hard to persuade the jury that her client was innocent. Photographer. The photographer captured the beautiful sunset. She is a skilled photographer and takes amazing pictures. The photographer was very patient while taking the portrait. Photography. Photography is my favorite hobby. She's a professional photographer and takes amazing pictures. The museum has an excellent photography exhibit on display. Pin. I need to pin this paper together. The tailor used a safety pin to close the jacket. Can you help me find my lost pin? Pipe. The plumber fixed the broken pipe. The pipe was clogged, so we had to call a plumber. She decided to install a new pipe system in her house. Planning. I am planning to visit my friend this weekend. The company is planning a new marketing campaign. We are planning a surprise party for John's birthday. Pleasant. The weather was pleasant yesterday. She had a pleasant conversation with her friend. The hotel room was very pleasant and clean. Pleasure. I take great pleasure in reading books. The movie was a source of pleasure for everyone. It gives me immense pleasure to help others. Plenty. I have plenty of time to finish my homework. The city has plenty of parks and green spaces. We have plenty of money to buy the new phone. Plot. The author carefully planned every detail of the story's plot. The movie's plot was full of twists and turns, keeping me on the edge of my seat. The detective tried to uncover the plot behind the mysterious disappearance. Poem. The poem was read aloud at the wedding ceremony. She wrote a beautiful poem about her childhood. The poem won first prize in the national competition. Poetry. Poetry is a way to express emotions. The poet's words were full of poetry. Her favorite book was a collection of poetry. Poison. The snake's venom is a deadly poison. She accidentally ingested a small amount of poison. The antidote was the only cure for the poison. Poisonous. The snake is poisonous. The mushrooms were poisonous, so we didn't eat them. The plant's sap is highly poisonous and can cause skin irritation. Policy. The company has a strict policy against smoking in the office. The government's new policy aims to reduce carbon emissions by 50%. The school has a zero-tolerance policy towards bullying. Political. The newspaper article discussed the political implications of the government's decision. The political party has been in power for over 20 years, and many people are calling for change. The political rally attracted thousands of people from all walks of life to the city center. Politician. The politician gave a speech about education. The politician was accused of corruption. She became a successful politician after leaving her job. Politics. The newspaper reported on the latest developments in local politics. She decided to pursue a career in politics after college. The country's leader made a speech about the importance of international politics. Port. The ship will dock at port tonight. The company has a port office in New York. The computer is connected to the port now. Possibly. The weather forecast says it may possibly rain tomorrow. She might possibly be the best cook in town. He is possibly going to miss the meeting due to illness. Pot. The pot is on the stove. She put the soup in the pot. Can you pass me that pot? Pour. I pour water into the glass. She pours coffee from the pot into her cup. The rain will pour down tomorrow. Powder. The makeup artist applied powder to the model's face. The hiker carried a small bag of powder to make snow at high altitudes. The chef added a pinch of powder to the sauce for extra flavor. Powerful. The storm was so powerful that it knocked down many trees. She is a powerful speaker who can move her audience to tears. The new smartphone has a powerful camera that takes excellent photos. Practical. She is very practical and always thinks about the consequences of her actions. The new smartphone is very practical for people who want to stay organized. The chef chose a practical solution to the cooking problem by using a different pan. Pray. I will pray for good luck. Please pray for my sister's health. We should pray together every day. Prayer. I say a prayer before meals. The priest led the congregation in prayer. Her daily routine included saying a prayer. Prepared. The chef was prepared to serve a large crowd. She prepared her notes carefully before the meeting. The company had prepared for the unexpected changes in the market. Presentation. The sales team prepared a presentation to introduce their new product. The manager asked John to make a presentation about his project's progress. The teacher gave the students a presentation on the importance of teamwork. Press. Press the button to start the machine. She decided to press her luck and take a chance. The newspaper is in urgent need of press releases from our company. Pressure. The team was under pressure to win the game. She felt pressure from her parents to get married early. The company is facing pressure to reduce costs. Pretend. I like to pretend that I'm a superhero. She likes to pretend that she's a princess. We should pretend that we're on an adventure. Previous. The company had to deal with the previous owner's financial issues. She had already dealt with her previous boyfriend. And now she was ready for someone new. The team's previous performance was not up to par. So they worked hard to improve it. Previously. I had never visited Paris previously. But I fell in love with it. The company had previously announced that it would lay off several employees. She was previously a college athlete, but an injury forced her to retire. The priest wore a long robe to church. The priest gave a sermon to the congregation. The old priest lived in a small cottage on the outskirts of town. Primary. The primary function of a doctor is to heal patients. The school's primary goal is to provide a good education. The primary colors are red, blue, and yellow. Prince. The prince lived in a beautiful castle. Prince Charles is the father of Prince William. The prince fell in love with a commoner. Princess. The princess wore a beautiful dress to the ball. The prince fell in love with the kind princess. The princess had a lovely time at the party. Printing. The company is investing in printing technology. Printing costs have increased significantly this year. The new printer is capable of high-speed printing. Prisoner. The prisoner was released from jail after serving his sentence. She was taken to the prison as a prisoner of war. He escaped from the prison by digging a tunnel as a prisoner. Private. The company's financial reports are private information. The hotel room was private and had a beautiful view of the city. She prefers to keep her personal life private from the public eye. Pull. Pull the rope to open the door. She likes to pull my hair when I'm sleepy. The dog loves to pull on its leash. Producer. The producer of the movie was very proud of his work. She is a talented producer who has made many successful films. The new producer decided to make some changes to the script. Production. The company's production of Cars has increased significantly this year. The play was a huge success due to its excellent production values. The new factory is designed for high-volume production of electronics. Profession. She pursued her dream to become a doctor as a profession. His profession as an engineer took him to many countries around the world. Being a teacher is not just a job. It's my passion and profession. Profit. The company made a significant profit last quarter. Investors look for ways to increase their long-term profit. The new strategy helped the business to maximize its profit. Promote. The company promotes its products through social media campaigns. The government is promoting education as a key to development. The new policy aims to promote diversity and inclusion in the workplace. Proper. The hotel room was properly cleaned before our arrival. She wore proper clothes to the job interview. The recipe requires a proper amount of salt. Properly. The teacher taught the students to do their math problems properly. She prepared her presentation properly before giving it to the audience. He set up his tent properly so that it could withstand strong winds. Property. The real estate agent showed us several properties in the neighborhood. The property owner refused to fix the broken fence. The company acquired new property to expand its operations. Protest. The activists decided to protest against the government's new policy. The students planned a big protest to demand better education facilities. The villagers protested against the construction of a new factory in their area. Protest. The activists decided to protest against the government's new policy. The students planned a big protest to demand better education facilities. The villagers protested against the construction of a new factory in their area. Proud. She is proud of her accomplishments. He feels proud to be a doctor. They are very proud of their children. Prove. The scientists spent years trying to prove that climate change was real. Can you prove your identity by showing me your ID card? The new policy will prove to be a major challenge for the company. Punish. The judge decided to punish the thief for stealing from the store. Parents often punish their children when they misbehave. The coach punished the player for breaking the rules of the game. Punishment. The teacher gave John a punishment for talking in class. The government imposed a punishment on the company for polluting the river. The judge decided to give him a punishment of community service for his crime. Push. I need to push my chair away from the table. The coach told me to push myself harder in practice. Can you help me push this heavy box up the stairs? Qualification. The company looks for candidates with the right qualification to fill the job opening. She got her qualification in architecture from a prestigious university. He is looking for a job that matches his qualification and experience. Qualified. The doctor is qualified to perform surgery. She became qualified for the job after completing her degree. He is a qualified yoga instructor with many years of experience. Qualify. She needs to qualify for the Olympics. The company will only hire people who can qualify for security clearance. He doesn't think he qualifies for the job because of his lack of experience. Quit. I am going to quit smoking. She finally quit her job and started her own business. He tried to quit drinking but couldn't resist the temptation. Quote. The lawyer used a famous quote to support her argument. She loves to quote movie lines and song lyrics at parties. The book includes a quote from the author's favorite poet. Racing. The cars were racing down the highway. I love watching horse racing at the track. He's been racing against time to finish his project. Range. The mountain range stretches for miles. The temperature range in this room is quite high. The new smartphone has a long battery range. Rare. The chef cooked the rare steak to perfection. The rare species of bird was found only in this forest. He managed to find a rare book in the old bookstore. Rarely. I rarely watch TV. She rarely eats breakfast. They rarely go to the movies. Reaction. The experiment caused a strong reaction. Her face showed a shocked reaction to the news. The firework display ended with a huge reaction from the crowd. Reality. The reality of the situation is that we have to leave now. In today's reality, many people struggle to make ends meet. The movie was a reflection of the harsh reality of war. Receipt. I need to get a receipt for my purchase. The store gave me a receipt when I returned the item. Can you please give me your receipt for the hotel stay? Reference. The manager asked for a reference from my previous employer. The article provides a good reference list at the end. The university requires a reference letter from an academic. Reflect. The lake reflects the beauty of nature. She spent hours reflecting on her past experiences. The mirror reflects my true self. Regularly. I exercise regularly. The company delivers packages regularly to our office. She reads books regularly in her free time. Reject. The company will reject all applications that don't meet the minimum qualifications. She rejected his proposal for a romantic getaway because it was too expensive. The editor decided to reject the manuscript due to its poor writing style. Relate. The story I read relates to my own life experiences. The new employee seems nice, but I can't quite relate to him yet. This new app relates to my favorite hobby of photography. Related. The story is related to my childhood. The symptoms of the two diseases are related. The new policy is not directly related to our work. Relation. The company has a good relation with its suppliers. My sister has no relation to my friend's family. The new employee will establish a relation with the team leader. Relative. My cousin is my relative. She met her distant relative at the party. The new neighbor is a close relative of mine. Relaxed. The yoga instructor told me to relax and I felt very relaxed. After a long day, I like to sit back and be relaxed. The music was so soothing that it made me feel quite relaxed. Relaxing. Watching the sunset was very relaxing. Listening to music is one of my favorite relaxing activities. The spa day was a great way for me to unwind and find something relaxing. Release. The company will release its new product next month. The stress was released from my body when I took a deep breath. The police had to release the suspect after new evidence surfaced. Religion. Many people have a strong religion. Her family has its own unique religion. The country has freedom of religion. Religious. The village has a long religious tradition. Many people in this country are very religious. The new law is not based on any religious beliefs. Remain. The cookie will remain fresh for 2 days. He decided to remain in his hometown after college. The company's reputation remains intact despite the scandal. Remind. The teacher will remind you to do your homework tonight. This email reminds me of a project I need to finish soon. The doctor will remind you to take your medicine every morning. Remote. The TV remote is under the couch cushion. Can you pass me the remote control? The hotel room had a remote-controlled air conditioner. Rent. I pay rent to my landlord every month. The apartment is available for rent at $500 per week. The company will have to pay the rent on time or face penalties. Repair. I need to repair my bike. The plumber will repair the leak in the pipe. Can you help me repair this broken chair? Repeat. I will repeat the song tomorrow. She had to repeat her exam because she didn't pass. The teacher asked us to repeat the process several times. Repeated. The company's slogan was repeatedly advertised during the Super Bowl. She repeated her favorite joke to everyone at the party. The error in the calculation was repeatedly corrected by the programmer. Represent. The company represents several major brands. He represents his country in international competitions. This painting represents a peaceful landscape. Require. The recipe requires 4 cups of flour. This job requires a high level of concentration. The new policy requires all employees to attend training sessions. Reservation. I made a reservation at the hotel for tonight. The restaurant has a table reserved for our party. Can you make a reservation for me at the airport? Resource. The company is using all its resources to complete the project. The teacher found a valuable resource for teaching math online. The conservation organization is working hard to preserve natural resources. Respect. I have great respect for my teacher. You should show respect to your elders. The company expects respect from its employees. Responsibility. The manager is responsible for the success of the project. Taking care of my pet is my responsibility as its owner. He feels a sense of responsibility to help his community. Responsible. The company is responsible for the pollution in the river. As a parent, it's my responsibility to ensure my child's safety. The government is responsible for providing healthcare services to its citizens. Retire. She is going to retire from her job soon. He has decided to retire and travel the world. The company will not let him retire until he's 65 years old. Retired. The teacher retired after 30 years of service. My grandmother retired from her job as a librarian last year. John is retired and spends his days playing golf. Revise. The teacher asked me to revise my essay. Before submitting the report, I need to revise some parts of it. The company will revise its policy on employee benefits next quarter. Rise. The sun will rise tomorrow morning. The company's profits will rise if they invest in marketing. She felt her confidence rise as she took the stage. Risk. He took a risk by quitting his job without a new one lined up. The company is willing to take some risks to stay ahead of the competition. She's not willing to risk her health for financial gain. Roll. The dog likes to roll in the grass. Please roll up the window. She rolled her eyes at his joke. Romantic. The sunset cruise was a romantic evening for the couple. The way he looked at her was so romantic and sweet. The city's street performers added to its romantic atmosphere. Rope. I used the rope to climb up the mountain. The sailor tied the package with a long rope. The hiker had to use a rope to cross the river. Rough. The road was rough, making it difficult to drive. The fabric felt rough to the touch. He had a rough day at work and was feeling tired. Safety. The company prioritizes safety in all its operations. We need to follow safety guidelines during the project. The new policy aims to improve workplace safety. Sail. The boat will sail across the ocean. She loves to sail on Sundays. The yacht will sail around the island tomorrow. Sailor. The sailor carefully adjusted the sails to catch the wind. The sailor had been at sea for months, but he was eager to return home. The sailor's rugged appearance belied his kind and gentle nature. Sample. The scientist analyzed the sample of water to test its quality. She was given a sample of the new perfume to try before buying it. The company sent out free samples of their new product to potential customers. Sand. The kids build a castle in the sand. I love playing in the warm sand at the beach. The desert was filled with hot, soft sand. Scientific. The new technology is purely scientific and has no connection to magic. The scientists spent years studying the scientific principles behind the natural phenomenon. The company invested heavily in scientific research to develop a new medicine. Secondary. The school has a secondary department for students aged 11 to 16. The company is considering investing in a secondary market for its products. The fire department has a secondary response team that can handle emergency situations. Security. The company prioritizes security to protect its customers' data. The government has increased security measures at public places after recent attacks. She took extra precautions to ensure her online shopping experience was secure. Seed. The farmer planted a seed in the ground. The seed sprouted and grew into a beautiful flower. She carefully selected the best seed for her garden. Sensible. She made a sensible decision to quit her job. He's a sensible person and never makes impulsive decisions. The company made a sensible investment in the new technology. Seriously. I'm seriously tired from working all night. He seriously injured his knee playing soccer. The company is seriously considering expanding its operations. Servant. The servant carefully cleaned the floor. She was a loyal servant to her king. He hired a servant to take care of his house. Set. The sun sets in the west. Can you set the table for dinner? The stage is set for the concert. Sex. The human sex is characterized by its complexity. The difference between male and female sex is evident in biology. Sex education is important for children's growth and development. Sexual. The sexual orientation of the person is private and should not be disclosed to others. Some people find it uncomfortable talking about their own sexual experiences. The sexual harassment policy is clearly stated on the company's website. Shake. I need to shake this feeling. Can you shake your head no? The trees shook violently in the storm. Share. I like to share my toys with my friends. Can you share this book with me? We need to share the cost of the meal equally. Sharp. The razor is very sharp. The knife needs to be sharpened because it's not sharp enough. She accidentally cut herself with a sharp object. Shelf. I put the book on the shelf. The kitchen has many shelves for storage. She carefully placed the vase on a high shelf. Shell. The turtle's shell is very hard. I found a beautiful shell on the beach. The snail slowly emerges from its shell. Shift. The nurse had to shift her schedule to accommodate the emergency patient. The team will shift their strategy after analyzing the opponent's moves. The mechanic had to shift into high gear to get the car up to speed. Shine. The diamond shines brightly in the light. The stars will shine on a clear night. Her smile can shine like a beacon of hope. Shiny. The diamond is shiny. The new car has a shiny paint job. The silver necklace looks very shiny today. Shy. She is very shy. The child is shy around strangers. He gets shy when he meets new people. Sight. The beauty of nature is a wonderful sight. The city skyline looked breathtaking at sunset. A stunning sight to behold. The first sight of the Grand Canyon took my breath away. Signal. The driver looked for a signal to turn left. The light signal told me to stop. Can you send a signal to confirm the meeting? Silent. The audience was silent during the performance. The forest was silent except for the sound of a stream nearby. The silent treatment was her way of dealing with conflict. Silly. The kids were being silly and playing in the mud. She thought her brother's new haircut was a bit silly. Don't be silly. It's just a game. Similarly. I finish my homework similarly every night. She dresses similarly to her sister. The company operates similarly in all its branches. Simply. The recipe is simply to mix all the ingredients together. She's simply the best singer I've ever heard. The answer is simply to divide both sides by 2. Since. I have been studying English since last year. The company has been in business since 1990. She hasn't been able to play the piano since she broke her arm. Sink. The kitchen sink was clogged. I accidentally dropped my phone into the sink. Can you please turn on the faucet in the bathroom sink? Slice. I will slice the pizza. The chef carefully sliced the vegetables for the salad. Can you pass me a slice of cake? Slightly. The cake was slightly warm. She's slightly taller than her sister. The new employee is slightly nervous on his first day. Smart. She's very smart and can solve complex math problems. The company hired a smart engineer to lead their research team. His smartphone has many advanced features that I don't understand. Smooth. The road was smooth and easy to drive. She has a smooth talking style that charms people easily. The musician played the guitar with a smooth and soothing sound. Software. The company develops software for mobile devices. You need to install the software before using it. The new software is more efficient than the old one. Soil. The farmer tilled the soil to prepare it for planting. The soil was dry and cracked from lack of water. The garden required good quality soil to grow well. Solid. The rock is a solid object. She decided to make her plans solid by writing them down. The company's financial statements were solid and showed a profit. Southern. The southern United States is known for its rich music heritage. I love visiting the southern coast of Spain every summer. The southern hemisphere experiences winter at the same time as North America does. Specifically, I am specifically looking for a job in marketing. The hotel room was specifically designed for people with disabilities. She spoke specifically about her experiences as a refugee. Spicy. The curry is spicy. I love eating spicy food. This sauce is too spicy for me. Spirit. The spirit of adventure drove me to explore the unknown. She had a strong spirit that helped her overcome many challenges. The team's spirit was boosted by their recent victory. Spoken. The teacher's words were spoken clearly. The company policy was spoken loudly. The secret was not spoken aloud. Spot. I have a spot on my shirt. She has a special spot in her heart for children. The park has several picnic spots to relax. Staff. The hotel staff was very helpful. The school staff is preparing for the annual fair. The hospital staff worked tirelessly to save the patient's life. Standard. The company has set a standard for customer service. The teacher expects students to meet the standard of passing the test. The new smartphone meets the international standard for wireless charging. State. The state is investing in renewable energy. She wrote a report to the state governor. California is one of the states in the U.S. Statue. The statue stood tall in the park. The museum had many statues of famous people. The kid loved playing around the statue. Stick. I stuck my finger in the honey. The stick was too long for the basket. He used a stick to help him walk. Still. I am still learning English. The sun is still shining in the sky. She is still thinking about her decision. Stranger. I met a stranger on my way to school. The child was playing with a stranger in the park. Be careful. That's a stranger talking to you. Strength. The athlete's strength helped him to lift the heavy weights. Her determination and strength gave her the courage to try again. The leader's strength of character inspired confidence in his team. String. I need to tie up the package with a string. The kite requires a long piece of string to fly high. She wrapped her finger with a thin string to stop the bleeding. Strongly. The team played strongly and won the game. She believes in the power of nature strongly. He speaks strongly against pollution. Studio. The photographer set up her studio in the garage. The music studio was equipped with state-of-the-art equipment. I took a tour of the art studio and saw some amazing paintings. Stuff. I have to clean up all this stuff. Can you help me carry some of this stuff? She's always talking about her personal stuff. Substance. The scientists studied the chemical substance to understand its properties. The company produces a wide variety of substances used in manufacturing. The new policy aims to reduce the harmful substance in the environment. Successfully. The company successfully launched its new product last month. She successfully completed her master's degree in 2 years. The team successfully defended their championship title for the 3rd time. Sudden. The power went out suddenly in the middle of the movie. She felt a sudden pain in her knee when she twisted it wrong. The storm arrived suddenly, catching us off guard. Suffer. The patient suffers from a chronic illness. The company has been suffering financially due to the recession. She suffered a broken leg in the accident. Suitable. The job requires a candidate who is suitable for the position. This hotel room is suitable for a family of 4. The new employee seems suitable for the team. So I'm going to give her a chance. Summary. The report includes a summary of the company's financial performance. She wrote a concise summary of the main points discussed in the meeting. The book provides a detailed summary of the historical event. Supply. The company will need to supply more workers to meet the demand. Can you supply me with a pen and paper? We have to supply our team with new equipment before the competition starts. Supporter. She is a strong supporter of environmental conservation. The team's biggest supporter was my best friend. As a fan, I'm a big supporter of the local football club. Surely, she will pass the exam. The sun surely rises in the east. I am surely going to miss my friend. Surface. The pilot checked the surface of the runway before landing. The artist applied multiple layers to create a smooth surface for her painting. The scuba diver carefully inspected the ocean floor's surface to spot any marine life. Survive. The hikers had to survive for 2 days without food or water. The doctor worked tirelessly to help patients survive the pandemic. The company's strategy was to help employees survive during the economic crisis. Swim. I love to swim. The kids like to swim in the pool. Can you teach me how to swim? Tail. The dog's tail is very fluffy. The cat's tail was long and thin. The horse's tail was tangled in the bushes. Tape. I need some tape to fix this broken toy. The tape was used to secure the package during shipping. She carefully unwound the old tape from around her wrist. Tax. The government is increasing the income tax. The company will pay taxes on its profits. You must file your taxes by April 15th. Technical. The company has technical difficulties in launching its new product. The technical support team is available to help you with any issues. The technical specifications of the new smartphone are impressive. Technique. The yoga instructor taught us several breathing techniques. Mastering a new technique takes time and practice. The chef's unique cooking technique earned him a culinary award. Tend. The gardener tends to the flowers every morning. The doctor tends to my wound with care. She tends to forget important dates. Tent. The campers set up their tent in the woods. Can you help me put up my new tent? The festival organizers provided a large tent for the performers. I like that book. Can you give me that pen? That's my favorite movie. I like that book. Can you give me that pen? That's my favorite movie. Theirs. The company will deliver the package to theirs. The teacher gave high praise for their efforts. And theirs as well. Their car is faster than ours. But theirs is the best. Theme. The hotel's theme was a tropical paradise, complete with palm trees and colorful flowers. The artist chose a medieval theme for his latest painting series. The party had a superhero theme, with guests dressing up as their favorite characters. Theory. The scientist developed a theory to explain why the planet was warming. The teacher asked the students to support their answers with a scientific theory. His theory about the existence of alien life was widely debated in the media. Therefore, the sun is shining. Therefore I will go for a walk. The recipe is complicated. Therefore I think we should order takeout instead. She has a headache. Therefore she will stay home today. This is my favorite book. Can I take this pen? This cake tastes delicious. Though, I like coffee though it's expensive. She is very tired though she went to bed early. He will attend the meeting though he doesn't want to. Throat. The doctor examined my throat carefully. She felt a lump in her throat when she heard the news. He gargled with salt water to soothe his sore throat. Throughout. The company has been successful throughout its history. The garden was beautiful throughout the summer. She felt tired throughout the day. Tight. The rope was tight around the package. I need to tighten my shoes because they're too loose now. But it's hard to get them tight again. The lid on the jar is very tight and won't open easily. Till. I will work till midnight to finish this project. The store is open till 9 p.m. But it's already 8:45. She worked till she was exhausted from the long hours. Tin. I have some tin cans in my kitchen. The tin roof is noisy when it rains. She filled the tin container with water. Tiny. The kitten was tiny. The tiny ant crawled across the floor. The tiny house was hidden behind a large tree. Toe. I stubbed my toe on the table. She wiggled her toes to the music. The doctor examined my injured toe. Tongue. I used my tongue to taste the sweet ice cream. She stuck out her tongue at her brother when he teased her. The doctor checked my tongue for any signs of illness. Total. The total cost of the meal was $50. The team scored a total of 10 goals in the game. The total distance of the marathon was 42 kilometers. Totally. I totally agree with you. She is totally exhausted after her marathon run. This new restaurant is totally amazing. Touch. I love to touch my favorite pet. The soft fabric of her dress touched my skin. She barely touches the piano keys with her fingers. Trade. I'm in trade today. The company will start to trade soon. He made a good trade and got the phone he wanted. Tube. I need to buy a tube of toothpaste. The tube of paint is almost empty. She accidentally dropped the toothpaste tube on the floor. Translate. The company translates all its documents into multiple languages. I need to translate this text into Spanish for my friend. Can you help me translate this poem from French? Translation. The company needs a translation of its website into French. Google Translate is very useful for quick translations. The document required a professional translation from English to Spanish. Treat. The puppy is getting a treat. Can I have a treat, please? She deserved a special treat. Treatment. The doctor recommended a special treatment to cure my illness. The therapist provided a holistic treatment for stress relief. The hospital offered a free treatment to all the victims of the disaster. Trend. The latest fashion trend is all about bold colors. The new restaurant has become a trend among foodies. Social media is now the biggest trend in advertising. Trick. The magician showed me a clever trick. Don't try to trick me. I'm not falling for it. She learned how to do a new magic trick. Truth. The truth is that we are all equal. She sought the truth about her past. It's not easy to accept the bitter truth. Typically. The company typically only hires employees who have relevant work experience. She typically wakes up early in the morning to exercise. He is typically very busy during peak season at the resort. Tire. The car's tire was flat. Can you help me change this tire? Make sure to check your vehicle's tires regularly. Ugly. The old, rundown building was ugly. Her sister had an ugly scar above her left eyebrow. I don't like your ugly sweater, it's really not your style. Unable. She was unable to attend the meeting because of her illness. He tried his best, but was unable to solve the puzzle. The company was unable to meet the tight deadline due to lack of resources. Uncomfortable. The hotel room was uncomfortable because it had a weird smell. I felt uncomfortable wearing that dress to the party. The couch in my living room is becoming uncomfortable due to wear and tear. Underwear. I forgot to wear my underwear. She bought some new underwear yesterday. He always wears his favorite underwear on special occasions. Unemployed. Many people in my city are currently unemployed. The job market is very tough for the unemployed. She's been unemployed for 6 months now and is feeling frustrated. Unemployment. The high rate of unemployment in the country is a major concern. The government has implemented several programs to reduce unemployment among young people. Despite the economic downturn, the unemployment rate in the city remains relatively low. Unfair. The teacher gave extra credit to only one student, which is unfair. The company promoted a less qualified candidate over me. That's so unfair. The rules of the game are designed to make it impossible for my team to win, which is very unfair. Union. The workers formed a union to negotiate better wages. The teachers' union is protesting against the new curriculum. The company recognizes the union as a legitimate bargaining agent. Unless. I'll attend the meeting unless you tell me otherwise. She won't eat the ice cream unless it's chocolate. You can't enter the building unless you have an appointment. Unlike. She is unlike anyone I have ever met. The new policy is unlike anything we've done before. His personality is unlike anything I've seen in a person. Unlikely. It's unlikely that she'll be able to finish her project on time. The weather forecast says it's unlikely to rain today. They're unlikely to agree on the new policy without some compromises. Unnecessary. The extra luggage was unnecessary. It's unnecessary to worry about it now. His excuse for being late was entirely unnecessary. Unpleasant. The smell in the bathroom was unpleasant. I found the movie to be an unpleasant surprise. The weather forecast said it would be an unpleasant weekend. Upon. The sun sets upon the horizon. She placed her hat upon the table. The company was built upon strong values. Upset. The news made her very upset. He was upset when his favorite team lost the game. Her little sister's behavior was really upsetting to her. Upset. The news made her very upset. He was upset when his favorite team lost the game. Her little sister's behavior was really upsetting to her. Valuable. The antique vase is a valuable piece of art. Her words were extremely valuable to me during that difficult time. The company values its employees as a valuable asset. Value. I value my freedom. The company values its employees' opinions. This house is priceless to me. So it has great value. Various. I have tried various types of coffee. The company offers various services to its clients. The city has various museums and art galleries. Version. The company released a new version of its popular software. I like the older version of this song better than the new one. The book has been translated into many languages in different versions. Victim. The police officer tried to comfort the victim of the car accident. She was the main victim in the company's downsizing plan. The charity organization provides support to victims of natural disasters. Violent. The violent storm destroyed the entire town. The violent gang terrorized the neighborhood. The violent argument ended in a physical fight. Vote. The citizens of the country will vote for the best candidate. You must vote in the presidential election to have a say in the future of your community. The majority of students voted for the new student union president. Warn. The doctor warned me to stop eating too much sugar. The police warn citizens not to walk alone at night. The weather forecast warns of a possible tornado tonight. Warning. Be careful. There's a warning sign ahead. The doctor gave me a warning not to eat too much sugar. The weather forecast issued a warning for heavy rain tomorrow. Waste. The company is wasting too much money on unnecessary projects. Recycling helps to reduce waste and conserve natural resources. Don't throw away the broken toys. They can be repaired or reused as waste not. Weapon. The soldier used his weapon to defend himself. The police confiscated the suspect's weapon as evidence. The warrior's most powerful weapon was her magical sword. Weigh. The doctor needs to weigh the baby carefully. The airline staff will weigh your luggage before check-in. I need to weigh my options before making a decision. Western. The movie was a Western about cowboys and outlaws. Western culture has had a significant impact on our society. The city's Western district is known for its vibrant nightlife. Whenever. I'll meet you whenever you're ready. We'll go to the park whenever it's sunny. You can call me whenever you need help. Weather. Whether it's hot or cold. I'll wear my coat. You should visit Paris whether you like art or not. We will attend the party whether we're invited or not. Will. I will go to the store tomorrow. She will finish her homework tonight. They will meet us at 5 o'clock. Win. She decided to run in the marathon to win. The team is working hard to win the championship. You can't always win at games. Sometimes you lose. Wing. The airplane's wing was damaged in the crash. The butterfly spread its colorful wings to fly away. The eagle's sharp wing allowed it to soar through the sky. Within. The answer is within reach. The company will make changes within 3 months. The solution lies within ourselves. Wonder. The children's eyes widened in wonder at the sight of the fireworks. She was full of wonder as she explored the ancient city for the first time. The new discovery filled him with a sense of wonder and excitement. Wool. I like to knit with wool. The sweater is made of soft wool. Can you give me some wool for my knitting? Worry. I worry about my exams. Don't worry. Everything will be fine. She worries too much about her health. Worth. The company is worth millions of dollars. She's not worth your time if you're looking for someone serious. This new smartphone is worth the investment. Written. The letter was written in red ink. This story has been written by my friend. The rules were written on a whiteboard. Yard. The dog likes to play in the yard. We need to mow the lawn in our yard every week. The new house has a big yard with many trees. Youth. The youth in our city are very active. Many people support the youth organization in our town. The youth center offers free language classes to foreigners. Angrily. She spoke to me angrily because I was late. The customer complained angrily about the quality of the product. He drove aggressively and angrily through the city traffic.